Hi everybody. I'm Sarah Bouboulis, the Habitat Project Coordinator for the Partnership for the Delaware Estuary, and this is our first live Wonderful Plant Wednesday. And while we're all staying at home, I just wanted to kind of highlight some of the native plants that you can grow in your home gardens that I also try to grow in my home garden. So I'm here at my house hoping to highlight some of the plants that we hope you can grow for clean waters, healthy habitats, and strong communities, which is something that's really important to PDE. But native plants in general help us reach those goals by their amazing root structures, their ability to help filter water, runoff, things like that. And they're also how they support our native wildlife, insects, birds, mammals, all those important things. So hopefully we'll do this weekly, and I'll do a different plant every week. If you have comments or questions, you can leave them in the chat and I'll try to answer them, or this should go on our page after we're done, and I can answer them there. And also just want to plug, this is the last week of our City of Wilmington Live in Green contest. And if you go to our page after this and post your photos of your garden with the hashtag @DelawareEstuary, you can win prizes that to support and support the City of Wilmington's Earth Day celebration all year, and should be cool. So go check that out after this. And so this week's plant is the Mayapple. And if you are familiar with if you walk in the woods a lot, you're probably familiar with this plant. They look like little umbrellas. This is also, its Latin name is Podophyllum peltatum, and podophyllum means foot leaf. I imagine someone thought the leaves looked like little feet. And peltatum means shield, because altogether they kind of look like a shield. And especially when they're all out in their native habitat, in the deciduous woods, forests all around here, they create these big mass plantings that just go on forever, it seems sometimes. These are new plantings that I just have had for a few years, so they're not super big yet, but I hope they fill in this whole area in the time to come, in the years to come. They come up in the spring, and they stick around for a little while. Some people call them ephemeral, which are the plants that come up early in the spring and then die completely back. These last a little longer than some of those, but they usually do die back by the summer. They're interesting in that all of these stalks here are all one plant. They have this root system, and they send up these shoots from that root system, but they're all part of the same plant. I planted 2 plants here, so these are 2 different plants. And then each plant has 2 different kinds of stalks. They have some stalks that only have one group of leaves, and then they have some stalks that have multiple groups of leaves, and those are generally the ones that create the flowers. And you can see a flower right there. The flowers are about done. They're called May apples because they're very active in May. I think the bud of the flower looks like an apple, and then they also create a fruit that does look like an apple, but it's usually not till later in May or even June that their fruits will be done. So I'm not sure, that's kind of where they got the Mayapple name. You can see this one over here. This one only has this one flower, and all the other stalks are just the single leaves that are helping them photosynthesize, get energy, become a bigger plant. This one over here got a bunch of flowers, and you can see some of them are getting their fruit already. Let's see if it focus. And the fruit will get a little bigger than that. It will look like an apple. When it's ripe, it becomes like this yellow color. The flowers are generally pollinated. They're kind of hidden, but the bees can find them. They're pollinated by long-tongued bees. And then the fruits are a favorite of lots of different mammals, and particularly the box turtles are known to eat them as well. So they create a nice little fruit there. Like I said, they do spread. I hope these spread through the whole through this whole area here would be really exciting to me. They can have up to 1,000 of these stalks in the wild on one plant. So that's really exciting, and I hope they do that here. But you can grow this plant at home. It's available a lot of different native. You might have to find native plant sales in your area where you could get it, but it's a really great plant to grow, and it does really well under your big trees. So you can plant it under your big trees, particularly deciduous trees. I actually have it under pine trees here, but this area here gets some sun, so it's doing pretty good. And I hope it keeps doing good. I'm excited to have some fruits. All right, well, that's Wonderful Plant Wednesday. Like I said, I'll answer questions on this post after I'm done here. And don't forget to check out the Live in Green contest and share some photos of your garden. Thanks.